What is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today, driving home from work. I'll tell you this much, it's been a while. I know last week I fell asleep on the Niners video because of it being Thanksgiving, and next thing you know, it was Saturday, and I was like, oh shit, the Niners play the Saints tomorrow. But this is a game coming up right now that I think is the game of the week. Possibly. There's been some big ones, like Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady, because a lot of people thought that was going to be the last one. The Chiefs and the Rams, when we thought they were just going to score 1,000 points, and the Rams didn't have an offensive line or this, that, and the other. But as of right now, the top two teams in the league, the Dolphins and the Niners, are going to get it on this week. And I'll tip my hat to the Dolphins. The Dolphins are not the team that I thought they were going to be. Back in August on the Dan Le Batard show, which I listen to almost every morning. I don't honestly listen to it as much as I used to, but I still try at least to catch one of the hours that they record every day. They put out a prediction. I believe it was Stu Gatz and Greg Cody said the Dolphins were going to win the Super Bowl this year. And I thought it was the biggest joke that they ever ran in the history of the show. You don't get the show. But I thought that was hilarious. And then the Dolphins came out, and they came out shooting. I think the Dolphins won then they win their first 3 games, and they looked like they were on fire. And then all of a sudden, they hit a flat tire. I know they lost a couple in a row, but since they've got it back on the track, I mean, this team is scoring points like it's going out of style. I remember at one point there was a discussion on the board that Tua was going to go down as one of the biggest busts in the history of the NFL draft. He just couldn't get it right. He didn't look like he was, a good thrower. He didn't seem like he had a lot of strength in his arm to throw the long ball. And then they make the trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyreek Hill comes to town. Tyreek is there. He's trying to get into the Miami kind of spirit, and he puts out some quotes during training camp. He didn't put Mahomes' name in there, but to paraphrase it, he basically says that Tua is a better thrower than Mahomes. He basically says that Tua is the best quarterback. He's the best at putting the ball in his hands that he's ever played with. College, pro, this, that, or the other. And was like, say what? I mean, Patrick Mahomes is basically like NFL royalty. He's looked at as like the best quarterback of all time. Like the guy throws the ball, behind the line of scrimmage. He throws it with his wrong hand. He can throw the long ball. He can throw the underarm ball. If there's a way to get the ball to a receiver, it seems like Patrick Mahomes has found a way to get it done. But basically, this team has really came from nowhere in my mind. I mean, they got offense, they got defense, they can score, they can shut you down. And Dolphins are it. They're a legit, number 1, number 2 team. I think that you battle it. I think the Niners might not be in a lot of people's top 3 in the NFL just because of their record. They play on the West Coast. Maybe people don't know. They still believe all the jokes about Jimmy Garoppolo not being a good quarterback. But one way or another, the Niners are a team that has basically found a way to get it back on track as well. I don't have the stats here in front of me. I'm not pouring through the sports page right now, but I would say the Niners have to have the number 1 defense there is in the NFL. I mean, they ain't giving up nothing. They haven't given up any points in the second half of a football game, and I believe 4 games. They haven't given up any points, I believe, in 6 quarters of football as of right now. They are just coming together and then complete. I know that as of right now, there's a little bit of a question with Elijah Mitchell. What's going on with him. Debo went down with a hamstring injury. In my mind, I think we needed to get some points on the board. But we only won the game 13-0. It wasn't like we killed them. But I mean, like, once that game was in hand, I don't know why Debo was in there anyways. He went down, I think, before halftime. This is going to be an explosive game. I keep saying that the Niners are built for the Super Bowl. And I know, once you get into the playoffs, it's another story, really, about anything can happen on any day. I mean, you go back, you think about the time the Seahawks, who weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs, people said, because everybody in the NFC West had a losing record. The next thing you know, Marshawn Lynch busted loose that 76-yard run. And the Saints, who were a lot of people's favorite to win that Super Bowl, we're sitting at home. This is going to be an explosive game. This is going to be fun all over. I think the Niners defense is going to be looking at the chops. Bosa's going to be wanting to put the hits on Tua. And this is one of those games, the Rams haven't been a measuring stick because the Rams just haven't been the team that we thought they were going to be. So, I mean, this is one of those games that we're going to find out how good this football team is. And I'm not coming out here and I'm going to be guaranteeing a win or something like that. In my pick'em league, I'll pick the Niners to win in there. But I'm not willing to come on video right now and be like, the Niners are the best team in the NFL. I think they're going to, destroy this team. This could be a hard-fought victory right here. This is one we're going to have to go back to the woodwork and see what kind of team we are. And I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be a good game. And we'll have to see what happens. Niners and Dolphins. Let's go.